Namaste everyone. Very, very welcome to this Saturday meeting. I have this prayer in my heart right now. I just want to share it. If you feel you are very welcome to join me in this. I have this prayer that to my Lord that He show everyone the right path. He show everyone where we are lacking. He show everyone what we are missing, what is so obvious and we are still missing. He help us in seeing our resistance for truth. He help us in seeing our attachment to the poisonous. He help us in seeing how close is the nectar, is the amrit. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. I feel the most difficult thing that is not a difficult thing really, is seeing clearly what we are missing, where we are missing. Because there is a possibility, or there are many souls living as a person who don't have the feeling, the desire, the intention towards truth. And not much can be done about that, except that sharings take place, and if they get to listen and feel inspired, something can be done about it. But all of us who are here already have that intention, already have that desire to know the truth. Now a lot can be done here. That lot is seeing more clearly where we are missing and what we are missing. No? And for that I feel a conversation which is not really limited or which is not really predefined in one sense in terms of outcome of it and in terms of depth of on the subject can be very useful. And that's what I feel is a conversation, like a contemplation through conversation. No? It is a conversation through contemplation, contemplation through conversation. No? Like me and you together, we talk to each other. And a more immediate response from you. Not necessarily quick response, but immediate, can be very useful. Yeah. So if any one of you feel that we can have such a conversation right now, in which you are ready to see immediately what you feel you are missing, or why you are not able to reach where you want to reach or trying to reach, in the direction of truth. Yeah, Uma.
Thank you, Ji. Ji, I want to understand one of my I want to be clear more. One of my understanding, sometimes back in a spontaneous meeting with you, you shared something. It was in Hindi, and Hindi meeting, Hindi satsang. You shared that we search ourselves as a other thing, like something other than me, and that is the main hurdle. And I found it comes very long, like it comes with me very long, that other thing. Now it is not like other thing, the other than me. Yet some otherness I feel inside, and uh, it I feel this is the still this longing, like desire, deep desire. This gives this feeling of otherness, like little bit other.
Meaning there's a feeling in you that this little bit other is not fine, like this.
It's not fine, but separation, like little bit separation.
A little bit separation, and you feel that it should not be there. Like there is something deeper than this which I want to explore. Is
Yes,
like
see,
this.
I feel something can be like can be come together, more come
Come together.
close. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like as one thing. Yes,
as one thing.
it's
Yes, yes.
correct actually. You are right. So, but the key is very simple here. The key is that you, who is experiencing, who is seeing, who is reporting this inside you, know, this you actually is mixed with the same thing that you are seeing as divided also. So there is something mixed with your pure nature right now when you are seeing division, subtle division here. If you can sense your own existence, your own being right now, you will feel as if you have gone one step deeper or you have zoomed out yet again. No? You will feel as if you have zoomed out yet again into the purity of being. And then report now. How does it feel?
It is a strange report what I noticed right now. That this is a desire to live, desire to feel is there. This is the separation. This is the distance.
I don't know if it can be explained well, what you are saying, but it's very beautiful, very true. So there is a desire to live, desire to experience, no? And that need to create separation because there is only one always. There is never two. There is never 1.1 even, no? There is always one. And this one, how it can experience itself? Because experience is possible through two only, no? Like one experiencing another, no? Very good. It's a very good beginning of conversation for contemplation. No? Thank you. You were very immediate, so I very much enjoyed this. Very good. Thank you.
Gee, now it is not feeling like I am in trouble with this. Now it is feeling it is existential. None of my it is not in the scope of mm, my working.
How amazing! It is again another beautiful report, no? I feel because as soon as we see the truth, we also see that it is not in my scope. It is not in my strength that I can change it. No? And then we immediately calm down. Then we immediately feel peaceful and joyful. Neither we need to really accept the reality, nor we can. through thinking. No? But by seeing clearly, we see that this is not in my capacity to change it. That's where we rejoice. Even the restlessness which is divine in each soul is also lived as something very divine and beautiful. And only joy and bliss is experienced here. And now this restlessness is more like a excitement in that joy. It adds excitement to the joy. It adds a passion in a way to the bliss. Strange words I'm using, but just to show you or help you taste something, like to help you taste what I'm tasting when I'm speaking. It's very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this clarity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And about this conversation that I'm inviting you all in, you don't need to really have a fixed goal as such in terms of starting point. A starting point can be anywhere, wherever you are. No? As long as you have readiness for looking deeply and looking right now. No? This is the point. Deeply and right now, like immediately. Then we are good to go. Because we don't have really a goal where we need to reach through this conversation. It is about just deeply looking. And then what happens after that? It's fine, no? Not that, okay, I saw it and now I should never forget it or like this. No, it's fine, no? We will see what happens. You will see what happens, no? But we need to begin somewhere to start seeing clearly what is going on, no, inside. Nishant, you want to say something?
No, sir, Rajee.
Namaste.
Thank you very much. Rajee, I would like to explore responses, and I am in the context of that, yeah? Generally, let's say, people respond to events that happens in life, no? And we perceive it. We have senses, we can perceive it, yeah. And I guess people respond based on some intention. There's a goal within, yeah, or maybe some conditioning is set and they respond to that, yeah. It seems, Rajee, that maybe there's some alternative scenario which may be active, yeah, or which may be, I'm not getting the words, say, which may be in action, let us say, yeah. I really have no idea about it, but somehow it seems true. That's why I want to check with you. Yeah. So maybe it seems that the response from a person is a response from life itself, right? So there are actions going on, and somehow we have an ability to perceive what's going on in life. Yeah, which is not just limited to senses, but maybe there's something more than that. Yeah, we have the 5 senses in our body, yeah, but maybe there's something more than that in our bodies that can sense really what is going on and what is required from this person, yeah. And the reaction happened mostly in that direction. We may be able to buy or will move it to some extent, yeah. And I think I've talked along these lines also previously that we are in a river and the river is kind of strong, so how much can we really swim against it? Something in that nature. So in a sense that the response is now triggered by life itself rather than the person. Like here, yeah. Shall I pause here or shall I complete it and then?
As you feel, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. I think let us pause here then we'll continue.
So I say something. You are very right. Actually, for that, what you are saying, we need to understand duality and non-duality also, no, here. Because fundamentally, duality and non-duality are not two things. They are two experiences of the same thing, or two experiences of the same thing, you can say in a way, no? By the same being. Which is the more funny part of it, or more which is what makes it more complicated in one sense, complex in a way, not complicated but complicated for the mind, who is dualistic. So, it is the one being of life, living the one life also, which is one life only, which is not many lives. And this is the one life which is actually doing everything, like if as a one flow, actions and everything is taking place. And within that, there are individual forms of me and you. And there is an individual sense of me and you also. Like there is an individual sense of I also in each form, in me and you also. Who is living through this sense of I is the one being. What it is living is one life. So neither the being who is living is divided, nor what it is living is divided ever at any point of time. So this is non-dual. This is non-dual reality, no? This is non-duality, no, in a way. From where the duality comes now? Duality comes from the standpoint of this I, which ultimately is the non-dual one being, but has as if forgotten itself. No? But the point here, when it has forgotten itself, in the spiritual context, we may think that I have to do something to remember myself. But actually it is the upside down story, totally. We are doing everything to not remember. Meaning we are doing everything to remember all the time that I am an individual self, I am a separate I from the rest of the being. So this, what I am doing, what we are doing has to be stopped. And as it is stopped, like less and less we do it, more and more we are naturally able to sense that I am that being. So now I'm coming to this what you're saying, that you are saying that there's a way where actions are triggered or initiated kind of by life itself. It's not that actions are not being initiated by life when we think that I'm doing it. Even that time also it is happening like this. But our sense of individual and the energy that we hold in the body mind, or the control we have, control this ego has on the body mind, it interferes, it resists to the universal actions. You know? So now, as you are remembering more and more, you are able to sense somehow that there is some other way than my way of doing things. Like rather than me and you talking to each other, there can be a we talking. You know, there is a possibility that we are talking, not I am talking, then you are talking, and then I am talking, then you are talking. You know, this I am talking, you are talking is actually that dualistic, approach or egoic method format. You know. A non-dual method is we let this conversation go deeper, where what we are doing is that we have interest in going deep on some subject called truth of who I am, no? Or truth of life. So this is what you are actually asking for. You can taste it right now. You can taste this action right now. In satsang, it oftentimes happens. And many times we may make a mistake of thinking that satsang is to just sit back and not do anything. No? Like, okay. No, satsang is not really a meditation hall. We do meditation in the guiding sometime, but it is actually for participating. And more importantly, for rising from the dualistic egoic responses to more higher responses possible through us. No? And like this, discovering that I am something more and higher than the individual self who apparently is taking decisions and making, giving responses to life. Do you feel that this is aligned with what you are saying? Because I need
Yes,
something from you now, like to
I
continue.
feel it. Yeah, I feel it's very aligned, right? Yeah,
Say more, something.
yeah, yeah. Just briefly, I can add, Rajee, that so from this perspective, the I am really may not exist. Just life exists, yeah. But however, it seems, Rajee, that to the inner audience, the I am is there. Yeah. Like there's someone who experiences experiences this life, yeah, though not participating directly, yeah. Can sense it, can experience it, yeah.
This is not clear to me.
Yeah. What I meant to say is that, so the part about participation, I feel, is very clear, that I'm not really forcing life or my actions to move in a certain direction, but it happens by life itself. Yeah. So in some ways, I'm not driving it. Life drives itself. Yeah. And there is a unity, there is a oneness that happens over there. Yeah. However, it doesn't mean that, at least it seems that it doesn't mean I don't exist. I still do, and I can perceive this, though I'm not really driving things every moment or in life itself. Yeah. So in that sense, that I am uh, um, exist from a perspective of just sensing or seeing this flow in motion. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. So here you are declaring or knowing that I am more a seer, or rather more a seer without being involved in what I'm seeing. No, which is what basically is the definition of witness. That I'm more of a witness of this flow. But is it not true that you, the witness, this witness that you are, the individual witness that you are in you, not individual, but in you, the witness that you are, you have learned something from life by living life, that what is egoic flow. And you have developed a vigilance now that I do not want to allow the egoic flow. Meaning I don't want to support the egoic flow in some way. So you are in a way not supporting the egoic flow, even when you are just witnessing. Is it not true? Please confirm to me.
Confirmed, Rajee. This is true.
So you are not really a ultimately uninvolved witness yet, which is not a bad thing really, which is neither a good or bad thing. But you are involved in some way, like you still have some intention to not flow in the egoic way anymore. So it is that same being, same sense of I am, who was living in the egoic way, is choosing not to live in the egoic way now, no? And that's where this individual seer is coming closer and closer to that which we call the free witness of life. Closer in not in the sense of they are two, but closer in the sense of the same I am is experiencing that I am actually less this and I am more that. No? You see what I mean? So you are this also and that also. You are a I am which is a I am this, and you are a I am which is I am that also. You see what I mean? There are moments when you feel I am that actually. Like just no involvement whatsoever, because life is just flowing by itself. And as soon as egoic movement happen, the alertness arises in you again. And then you become this I am. You know, is it not true?
Yes, it is like this, Rajee. Yes.
How amazing is this?
Yeah.
Any confusion, any doubt left now? We can look into it now.
No, there is no confusion about this, Raj. Like, there is an ease about this. No, there is, like, sometimes, that connection happens and there's vigilance about it. Yeah. And of course, it's easiest in the context of, when satsang is happening, this is when it's easiest. And also during meditation, like early in the morning, first thing, that's when I noticed it actually. Yeah. Like, even before starting Prabhachati, early morning, just as I got up and then just staying in the moment, just kind of, I wouldn't say meditation, but just in the moment.
How
It was very
amazing.
clear. Yeah.
Very, very good. This what we are living can be discovered, like a first impression of it is discovered also sometime when we are doing this practice of being aware, no? Like what we call being conscious, like walking, let's say, and watching ourselves walking. No? That time, a glimpse of truth we can catch, no? Where it feels that actually it's not really true that my belief that I am doing this action is not entirely true. Something is different here. No? Like we open up our eyes to a higher truth here, which is the case. No? Because action is being taken, walk is happening, steps are being moved, no? Like legs are moving, no? Body is moving, no? It's just about who is doing it, who or what is doing it also, no? Okay, it's good. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Namaste ji. Ji sir, I want to take this invitation. A good opportunity for conversation. So it something can open, like I can able to say, or like, so I can say for satsang nowadays for me is like I'm drinking. Like when you speak, I feel like I'm drinking your word, and I'm feeling continue like dissolving also, like melting also when your word is going inside me, and I will start like in this. So, and so this is I nowadays I am feeling or I'm doing like this. So it is a right approach to sit in satsang and like listening to you. Like
I want to discuss this with you right
yes.
now. Like rather than answering you, I want to discuss with you. Like what exactly is the right approach in satsang? Like in general, I can share and I do share always, no? But I want to know from you, or I want to discuss with you so that we can together discover in you what you feel is the right approach for you. You know, because it can be individual, no? It will be general also, universal also, and it will be individual also. Because the right approach means what? Right approach for what? Right approach to get what you want to get. But for that, you need to know what you want to get, isn't it? So, are you clear? Like, if you are clear what you want to get, and if you are getting that what you want to get, and then you will obviously feel more happy, more peaceful, more joyful, more blissful, more uh, illuminated by the light of truth. And then you will feel this is the right approach, isn't it? So in this way, using these pointings, can you check right now and tell me that is your approach right approach?
Yes, Ji, I am touching this all point, and I can say this is the right approach. And I can say like before I am coming satsang like a long time, but before I just come and sit and listen and try to understand and then take it home to work on that what I learned. So that was my approach before.
But was that a wrong approach that time?
That time I did not get that much. Now I am getting that wrong or right, because I don't know what is the right, but I did not get so much. Like now I am getting so much. That
I
is
see.
the I can say right.
So understood now. And you are right actually. Now this I can confirm that you are right that when we have come to satsang, mm, generally our approach still remains the same of doing sadhana. No? So even in satsang we are doing that, like approaching satsang in the same way. Like I have come here to either do my sadhana which I have been doing before satsang, or I have come to just confirm whether my sadhana is right or not, correct or not, or any confusion. You know what I mean? So we have not really started getting so much from satsang initially, which is okay. But there's so much more potential here in satsang than we think. No? And now you are seeing that, I guess. No? I feel you are seeing that now. That hey, I, what I want to get in the direction of truth, I can get much faster. Or no? What do you feel?
See, if I remember you and listening to you more instead of remembering myself, like so that I get more because.
But how do you know that? Because I don't see that it is same for everybody. Because initially in satsang we feel a lot of resistance for what is shared also. So what about that?
Gee, I also had
Yeah,
resistance
I know that.
before.
Yeah.
So that time I did not get so much. Like I can say nothing also. But now I feel like if some resistance come, but still I'm not giving value. I'm just more focused on your word, more focused on you. So then I go more deeper in
It is
myself.
true. But my question is why? Why you are doing like this now and why you were not doing like this before? This is my question. Because it is going to be very useful even for others also.
Gee, now I taste that this joy, this some truth, and it's increasing. This joy is increasing every time when I listen to you more. So now I don't have value for other things. I have now more value and more focus. So that's why I am more interested, more in. So
Ah, I see. It's good what you are saying. It's very beautiful for you what you are saying in a very beautiful state. No? And my best wishes continue. But still I want to say something in general, not for you now. But I have seen you doing lot of sadhana. Lot of sadhana does not mean lot of spending lot of time in spiritual practices. Lot of sadhana means dedication for it. You know, I have seen you that doing that, and that has kind of opened up something in you. Like you saw that by doing it myself, I get much less than when I listen in satsang and involve in satsang in some way, like participate in satsang. No? So your doings were not useless; they opened your eyes also for the reality of sadhana and its results, and also they increased value for you in you also, no, for truth, isn't it? So both the things, that clarity about from where we get it or not, that no, I cannot get through this, also helps us, no, in getting from what we can get it. No? In this case, you were getting less from sadhana, and you were getting more from satsang. But the value also. So these two things are connected to dedication for sadhana that you did, or for truth basically. So I wanted to say this, that it is always like this. Those who are dedicated, I have seen not in you only, in many other beings also in this group, they were so much more kind of absent in satsang, and now they are so much more present in satsang. You know what I mean? Why? Because somehow they have kind of done that work which was necessary, like inner contemplation. Sadhana, in one sense, is inner contemplation, either or it is refining the state of energies, like making them lighter, more flexible, and cleaning them in a way, like emptying ourselves of the old. Is it not like this? Essentially, sadhana is like this or not?
very, very true because uh, before my sadhana also not I was not dedicated for sadhana also. When my dedication for sadhana uh, also bring me here because it like a more stable first thing and more clear, like and more prepared. The sadhana feel like it is a preparation for sitting in the satsang. And
How nice.
and now I'm enjoying satsang, so I enjoy sadhana also because I feel
Correct.
like this is helping me more in satsang. So my more and more interest in sadhana as well. So it is like
Correct.
together I'll take it and to get it more. So that
Yes. In one sense, you can say it is like being an insider of in truth versus being an outsider in truth. No? As a ego, for quite some time, seekers of truth do remain as an outsider in truth. They don't really, they don't agree to enter in truth yet, because as soon as they enter into that mind through which we perceive the world as a word full of persons and opportunities to experience, that disappears. Like that mind is not there, no? When as soon as you come in the silence of your being, and then we feel no, it's not nice. We rush back to that mind again very quickly in the satsang also. But at some point we agree to enter here. Then all the things are one thing only, no? Satsang and sadhana are not really things in one sense. It is more like a activity designed or brought to us in some way to involve with, so that things can be removed or freshened up or kind of refined in some way. Main thing is dedication to truth, devotion to truth. No, dedication mainly. No, yeah. You are very right. Actually, it's not really about how much we are getting from satsang. It depends on how well we sit in satsang or not. It's how much we are interested in truth. That is deciding. Sadhana or satsang is not really two things in that way. Very, very good. Thank you. Prajot?
Namaste ji.
Namaste.
Ji, I wanted to take opportunity and come forward. I wanted to see this, or bring the clarity that what I'm doing is not right, because I'm going in the loop, still in my person, not coming out. So, and I felt like I'm hiding whenever there is an opportunity coming in front and something going to happen, and I take the shelter and I save this fear or this person and come forward and hide it instead of bringing it in front. So this I wanted to bring it, and I wanted to explore how I can be out of it instead of keeping in this loop and not coming out.
How? I feel remaining in this loop is natural. Like it is natural in the sense of everyone is like this in the until we get out of it. No, everyone is going to be in the loop of egoic thinking and feelings until we get out of it. No, so the question is that how to get out of it. No, this is what we are discussing. So to get out of it, either we need something which is outside of this loop. If we can hold on to something which is outside of this loop, no. But how we can reach there, no? So we cannot reach there right now. We cannot use our hands to hold on to that. Let's say if it is physical, or if our physical hands are to be used. But good thing is that we don't need to use our physical hands to hold on to something which is outside of ego. We need our attention for that. So our attention can be focused on something which is not in the ego, no? Which is not part of our egoic thinking and feeling and decision making and sense of identity, no? So that thing could be anything. Like it depends on different people. Like for people who are more, have that kind of inclination of devotion, they seek something like God, for example, a form of a guru also, no? Those who don't have that kind of inclination, they seek in the sense of some action or activity, some practice or something that they do, like something to do. So they can take like some sadhana, like okay, I am going to do this sadhana every day, and that sadhana itself is not really the anchor, but their consistency, their dedication to that sadhana is what is their stretched attention. Attention simply does not mean just the attention. Attention means whole of you, no? So in the ego state, attention is not something like attention and you. You are the attention. In the ego state, we are the attention and attention is ourself only. So it is about ourself, not our attention. There is no such thing as our attention until we are out of ego. In the ego circle, we are the attention only. We don't have attention, we are the attention. No? So this has to be understood. And if you can focus, not using your attention, but using yourself in a way, like if you can keep yourself focused on something outside of ego, in this case sadhana for example, and remain consistent on it, then what is actually happening here, that you are ignoring what is going on in your thoughts and feelings continuously, while you are focusing on one thing from within the ego only, no? And that one thing is not in the ego, it is one thing is outside of ego in a way. But you are doing it from within the ego. Do you see my point? So this is why dedication to sadhana, consistency, is one of the tools. What do you feel?
Ji, absolutely right. Ji, can I check what you said now? That it means that this attention, if I put it, my attention, then it becomes like totality, or oh, what you say, spending myself. This is the spending myself, right?
Yeah, yes, yes. Meaning, if there are many thoughts and feelings inside you, they do not matter really. Neither they matter when you are in the ego state, nor they matter when you are out of it. What matters is that do you pay attention to it? Do you get involved with it? Do you give value to it? Do you do anything with it or not? This is the point. Be as simple as this, that do I do anything with anything that is happening inside me, any thought and feeling? And we will not really be able to not do anything with them so easily. Remember this. So there is no way we can really not do anything with thoughts and feelings initially. We have to start doing something else parallelly. So rather than stop doing something with the thoughts and feelings, let us start something new. That something new is what Osho called sannyas. And those who wanted to start that something new is what Osho called sannyasin. Not someone who renounces the word, but someone who renounces the ego. Ego means these thoughts, feelings, this story, this relations and relatives inside us. This, renouncing this for something new. That something new is the sadhana towards truth of who I am, towards the truth of life. Do you see the point?
Ji, yes, ji. I can see very, very clear. Ji.
So you can find something always. For example, some people I found have anchored themselves in these satsang which I share. Also that these satsangs are very useful for me because I do sadhana, but somehow I'm not succeeding because that consistency is not there. So I want to live in satsang and more and like they have created a circle around it in a way, which is also fine now. Just find something with which you can create a circle to get out of the circle of ego. This is the point. But something other than, something without using anything of the ego. This is the point. The thoughts and feelings and any and everything that we feel or experience inside is of the ego right now. Only your attention and you, only these two things are yours. Everything belongs to ego right now. Inside, like this. That's why trying to understand can be very useful within the ego, but cannot take us out of ego so easily. It can only show us that how badly I am caught up, which can encourage you, the soul, to feel that I just want to be out of it, and that may cause you to jump out of it also in some sense. But it doesn't mean that clarity within the ego can help you get out of it directly, indirectly only, which is also very useful, by the way. So I think we are good.
Ji, very good. Ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Diva?
Pranam, Rajee.
Namaste.
My question is, or actually, there was a feeling that I got when Uma had asked me, was asking this question about the feeling of separation, or the desire to feel or grasp this oneness. The way I understood that conversation, and there is my initial thing was to ask the same question, and there is can I share a poetry which Osho has said on this same? So it's from Bhagavad Osho. It's in Hindi. So it goes like this: चित्त जग जाता हूँ, चराग को जलाता हूँ, सोचता हूँ इष्ट देव बैठे हो, पास नहीं आते हो, पुकार लगवाते हो, क्यों ऐसे बदन को उमेठे हो, चित्त जग जाता हूँ, चराग को जलाता हूँ, सोचता हूँ इष्ट देव बैठे हो. So this is a poetry that I heard long time ago, and there was something that I started to feel that it's almost like that feeling when when you can sense that there is a presence. There are times, especially during satsangs, there are times it feels as if there is no ego, like there is no me, and uh, there is a presence. So when it stays, but there are most times during the day when I'm talking or I'm meeting someone, then I start to feel that distance, that the presence is there, but the person is also there. So, and this is the poetry that often comes to my heart, that this is the separation that I feel. I feel even Uma's question was, and how I feel. And in day-to-day living, the sensation is constantly there now that there is a presence, but also not living as if makes me feel a little like
Can
I
we
have
can we have a conversation here
yeah
rather than
yeah
I just
that's,
answer and you ask like this, because this can be more useful really. I feel it
yeah
can bring more
so
immediate result. No?
yeah so this was what I got. The
So
question was
so
more about the feeling.
so let me just quickly share something and then I need your feedback on it. That see, the effect of duality, let's say, or duality, which is the effect of something, the effect called duality does not create one from which we have to be free. It creates two. One which looks like myself, another which looks like I want to be free from. So now respond to me, please.
um, when you so anytime there is experiencing, the way I understand is there will be duality. There will be me and the other, or the inside and the outside, or the presence and the person.
Correct.
That's how I understand it.
In the experience, yes. It is not duality really, but it's okay to accept it like this, that there will be duality in the experience. But will there be any duality in the experiencer? This is my next question to you now. Duality means division. Will there be any division in the experiencer? Any duality in the experiencer? That experiencer is different in different times, in different experiences. Is it? Or any change happens in the experiencer ever? When the experiencer, in your language, when the experiencer is experiencing presence, is the experience state and the truth of the experiencer same when the experiencer is experiencing the person?
Rajee, this question that you just asked, I could not get it fully. So can you repeat the question?
Which part of it you did not get?
No, this part of the experiencer and the person.
When you say that I see a presence is also there and the person is also there at the same time, you said like this in your words, no? So that time who you are? This is my question.
Um, the way I feel as if there is a witnessing of a feeling which I am feeling is the presence. There is a witnessing of that, and
Witness of
also
that means, are you the witness of that, or there is a witnessing of that and you are something else?
I am actually the witness of
You are witness of the sense of presence
the
and sense of person.
yes.
And you are saying that there is a duality here. Are you saying like this?
Th- there is there is a sense of uh, there is a sense of separation over here, as if
Separation of the person from the presence, or separation of the witness from the presence and person? I hope you are being
uh,
immediate right now, no? Immediately
yeah,
checking.
it's more uh, as if both the presence, the sense of presence and the sense of person are both sensations, because
Yes, correct. So so then what duality between the two sensations? Like, let them be different, no? What is the objection about it? No? Sensations will be temporarily there, and they very much will be different from each other also, no? I mean, this is how it just works. But it doesn't mean that they are separate from each other, no? They are not separate from each other in the sense that their source is separate, their source is same. They are also not separate from each other in the sense that the experiencer of them is different also. Is it not like this? So there is no duality here, no? There is no duality or separation here. Separation is not really multiplicity. Separation is the declaration in some sense of limitation in the experiencer, or limitedness of the experience of truth. Is it not like this? So where is the limitation here? Is it in the experiencer or is it in the experience? Experience is full on, is full truth, complete truth here. Na? The sense of presence and sense of person both are being experienced and are there as a sensation. And the experiencer or the witness of it is living in its full truth also. Living its full truth also. So where is the limitation or division here? That I am trying to understand.
I feel what like that's how I mentioned about. I guess the limitation is also a sensation, because we are used to experiencing through our five senses, and we want to grasp, or through the mind, and you want to grasp or get some kind of experience.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and the witness is really not in that field of experiencing. So we tend to not give value to it.
Yes. Yes.
I guess that's what is happening and giving a sense of limitation.
But even the sensation, this sensation of limitation is also not something bad really. What happens is that somehow this sensation as if has got mixed, like you have got mixed with the sensation. You, the witness, has got mixed with the sensation. That's where problem begins. As if you feel I am limited now in experiencing. You are not actually. Experience the sense of sensation of limitation as what it is. You know. So it all comes down to living the truth of who we are. In order to discover that there is no bondage, there is no division, there is no duality here. No. So it is the standpoint of the pure being that you are, which is giving you the impression that there is a duality. There is something against each other, no? Opposite of each other also. What do you feel?
Um, you said that living who you are, and I feel this um, witnessing, is that who I am? I mean, like, I'm just making the equation such based on the understanding. is witnessing, am I really not, or because I am comes more as a confirmation that I exist, but I exist. Is this a witnessing? Is this witnessing that is giving this declaration that I exist? Because that's where I always, maybe that's where the fact that I exist gives a feeling of a tangible someone, and witnessing is really not a tangible someone. It's something which is at the background of everything. So when you say
Background of everything. Can you say a little more about it? Background of everything. In what way?
witnessing, I mean, anywhere in any experience, the noticing is always present, and it
But
is like
who is
everywhere.
noticing it actually? Let's discover this today, because it has been discussed many times. It comes always in discussions, no, in spiritual discussion, that noticing and the awareness of everything is happening. Who is noticing it?
Um, I mean, now when I speak to you also, I can sense that there is a conversation that's going on, but there is some awareness. It's the awareness that is noticing everything.
Awareness. What is this awareness? Where is this? Like, what is in relation to you? What is this? Like, who are you? And what is your relation with this awareness? You are the knower of this awareness,
Uh,
or this awareness is like a view and you are seeing it, or what? Because there has to be some relation with it, no? That's why you knowing it, no?
um, I feel I'm basically aware. I'm someone who's aware of awareness. So maybe I'm using that noticing as a word for awareness, like being aware. So that's how I understand that
Correct, correct.
I'm aware.
Yes, and which is higher? You, who is aware of awareness, which is aware as a background of everything, or the awareness which is aware of everything, which is higher?
Actually, the awareness that's aware of even me being aware.
Yes, so
So
it is higher than you,
yes,
and is it okay for you that it is higher than you? Are you
yeah.
happy about it? Are you dancing out of joy right now, out of bliss right now, or are you like, I don't know?
I'm like totally in the flow with you, and the answers are just flowing out. But uh, so
What I'm trying to point out here is that there is a possibility that this is not a true seeing about this awareness, because what you are saying is true. But anybody who notices that this awareness as a background, and I am the one who is aware of it, but who are you who is aware of it? Have you become clear about yourself right now? This is my point. Because as soon as you become clear about who you are, you will become clear about what this awareness is, which is the background on the background at the background of everything. This is the point.
yeah, this is. I think this is where the hook is. Like, are you aware of who you are? That's the hook, and that's probably my question also. That remembrance of who I am, like the arrow inwards that you say that you go outside but you stay inside.
Right now, I'm not talking about remembrance only. I'm talking about actualizing right now, actually living the very material we are made of. Like full on right now living. When it is said that know who you are, or when it is said that define or express who you are, it means that fully live the texture, the material you are made of, and then, like one material, not many things, just one thing that you are made of. You see what I mean? So live that one thing that you are made of essentially, nothing else. Everything else is like a mixing in it. Everything else is which is not one with it ever. There's just one thing that you are made of, which is never divided from each other, which is never becoming two, never colored. This one thing. Live this right now, and then it will become clear to you who you are, no, right now. Because seeing this awareness, which is aware of everything, from the remembrance, which is like a partial self-knowing, no? Partial self-awareness, may not give you the clear view of what it is. But if you increase the self-awareness here, like root yourself more in the living of who you are, then it will enable you to understand what is this awareness, which is aware of everything, no? Like this. So be aware of yourself right now, and then talk, no? For that, what you will have to do is that you will have to leave the view right now. You will have to leave the view. You see what I mean? Like as if you have to close your eyes. No? Closing our eyes to be understood very deeply, very clearly. No? As if you need to close your eyes now. Not seeing, not focusing on what I'm seeing. Even this awareness, which is aware of everything, is ultimately your declaration that I'm seeing it. No, is it not like this? Not even seeing this, but more absorbed in your truth of who you are. So please say anything if you want to.
Um, I feel I am. Yeah, that's all.
How amazing is it not? So there's a very beautiful story told in Zen, in a Zen monastery. We heard from Osho. Zen monastery. There is a flag post, no flag on a bamboo stick, and there are disciples, students who are discussing. One is saying that flag is moving. Another is saying no, the pole is moving. And the third said that the wind is moving. No, like he was more sophisticated in seeing. And the master is passing, and he says, your mind is moving. When your mind is not moving, meaning when you are not moving from your being, that is what is mind is not moving. No? Then what do you see? Do you see a presence opposite or separate from the person? Or do you see a person when seeing a presence or experiencing a presence? So even the presence and the person when experienced together is somehow a created experience by the one who is experiencing it. That's why this one is suggested to focus on itself, so that it can actually live the higher truth. Higher truth in this case is the one who is seeing it or experiencing it, not what it is experiencing. That is what you said, I am. And it is not end of a statement in the sense that, okay, nothing else, all the beautiful spiritual experiences disappeared now, what to do? No, it is the beginning of reality, beginning of living the reality that we are, not living the reality that we have access to. No? And that's the beginning of the celebration. No? This is the celebration. This is the dance of the soul that we are. This is not really that anything else is necessary for it, or you know, involved so much. So thank you. Very nice talking to you.
Rajee.
Thank you. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
You were speaking earlier, you said that it's not that we are trying to experience ourselves, it's more that the ego is trying to do everything not to experience. I know I can see this grip from that is coming from the inside to the ego, to the whatever is preventing us from being all the time ourselves. But if you can speak a little bit about this feeling, imaginary feeling of control, or like of holding these responsibilities, organization, daily activities, of this grip, and just living with intuition, or just like you said with Diva, dancing from joy, because there is, like, when we are in satsang, of course, the complete relaxation can happen, but then there are things that are expected that we finish and complete, and then this grip somehow happens. I write lists. That's the easiest to do. Like, then I don't have to hold it in the head. But if you can speak a little bit about it, or maybe even experience.
How? So let us just a quick, very small bit of sharing, and then maybe something else. When I say that just sit and don't do anything, why it is so important? It is not really important to live the truth of who we are only. That is also. It is also more importantly to, like we do just sitting, to activate just seeing. You see what I mean? Because our seeing or awareness is not active yet. Seeing of the being is not active yet. It is the seeing of the person, seeing of the dream in which we are. No? So just sitting basically is first time challenging us, like waking us, shaking us, that to see or to show us that how much we are doing continuously. So right now, test with me, but not doing meditation called just sitting right now, but a test for the being that we are. We all are true being. We all are the being. We all are the ones. We all are the soul. Okay? So this is my declaration to all of us, that we are the soul who does not need to do anything to be the soul, to be the truth that we are. We do not need to do anything to be the blissful being that we are. Now, right now, don't really do anything about anything, and then test. Let us test right now. This test is going to show you how much you are doing continuously, and it will help you in seeing that why you are doing so. Not doing anything is not really about not doing taking any actions. Not doing anything basically is not remaining as anything also, no? If you don't do anything, you cannot remain as someone also, no? We cannot remain as an identity also, no? That identity will also be given up immediately, no? And this is going to give us insight. Like we the soul will get insight from inside ourselves at a certain level, that how exactly I get hooked into the identity. Because actions are fine. Intuitively, actions are done or can be done. So doing is innocent and can be very easily in line with the universal flow or existential way. No? But the identity is that imprisonment from which we are trying to be free. That I want to know what I am doing really. We want to know that what I am doing to remain as ego, so that I stop doing that. Because the freedom is so natural and effortless really. But we need to really, at the most subtle level of the soul, need to stop doing something that we are doing continuously. And for that, right now, let us not do anything and test that, am I doing anything? And I will speak something you notice. So what is going on inside you right now? Are you feeling any thoughts? Are you seeing any thoughts? Are you seeing any feelings? Are you seeing any laziness? Are you seeing any wakefulness? Are you seeing any dullness? If you are seeing any of it, by what standard you are seeing it, from where you are seeing it? That is seeing from the mind. Don't value what you are seeing, value only the seeing and the seer that you are. So anything that you are seeing, anything that you are perceiving right now, do not go in the detail of what you are perceiving. Only feel the strength of the perceiving and feel the presence of the perceiver that you are. And again it will highlight that how much more we are doing than perceiving. We are adding something, we are trying to change something in what we are seeing. We have preferences in what we are seeing also. Do you have any preferences in what you are looking at inside you right now? Do you want certain thoughts to be different than how they are, or feeling or states, sensations to be different than how they are? Why you want that? This is what we are doing. The preference is the core of our doing. And it is the root of our bondage. We are the truth. We are the soul beyond preferences and without any need for any preferences for being the truth that we are. So we do not need preferences to be the truth that we are. And if we don't need, meaning this is true, then this is the key also to be free from false, no? Let go of preferences, as simple as this. This is way to be freedom, no? But way to be freedom, not way to the freedom is not like attaining something, but becoming free from everything into our natural state. So now say anything if you want.
Yes, it is all exactly as you said, and I could see clearly it's a preference of putting things in order and fear of chaos and being overwhelmed by chaos. Like, because if there is no constant will to put things in order, to have some kind of flow, then like this fear of that it's going to become too much and chaotic, and then this fear of being overwhelmed by it. This is the preference.
But that's fine, no? Meaning it doesn't need to be your preference. It can be a preference of a preference-free being that you are. Meaning it can be a preference in the system of the body-mind. Can it be so right now? Can you step back, like one step backward? That let there be a preference in you, because it is the system, the intelligence of the body-mind trying to balance life in this form, from this perspective of the individual. No? What's wrong in that? because it knows its capacity. I will be overwhelmed if more is given to me. No. But why you are identifying yourself with it? This is my question. So freedom from preference is not giving up preferences. No, not that. It is higher than that or subtler than that. No? Let there be preferences. Like, really don't change anything now. That's what it means to be not having any preference. Really not changing anything, no? Or not desiring any change in you. No? This is the way to notice that is there any preference left in me. Because through the preferences, the identity, false self is living. In the daylight of your being, no? It is living. So we can wake up right this very moment. You can wake up right this very moment fully to the truth of who you are. If you understand what I'm saying, and if you do that what I'm saying. Do that means do not do that what you are doing. And it may sound very scientific and simple, neutral that we are doing. No? It is actually exactly the same thing as surrender to God. It is exactly same thing as surrender to God also, in the language of devotion. No? What is surrender to God? Not taking individual level responsibility anymore, no, of anything. So the result is same. Result is exactly same, but it has to be done really, If in the name of surrender to God we are saving our ego, that is not the path for us, no. Then this path is better because it is neutral and we don't have so much possibility of hiding here, no. So please say anything if you want to now.
It seems like until now there was always just doing or not doing, like meditative state and the doing state.
Yes.
But if I understand right, this would be doing without a preference, something like that.
No, it is doing in the light of the non-doer being that you are, which brings everything in harmony in the right way, in line with the intuition, like intuitively in line with the will of God and with the flow of existence, no. So the one who is not doing anything in us, the witness, is actually the one who is doing everything indirectly. Because it is giving the direction. But it is not doing anything itself. But it is looking at everything with love, no, from inside. Witness is not really looking at things like a criticism or what is this? No, this universal love arising from this witnessing being, no, towards the body, mind and its actions and everything, are giving it harmony, giving it that beautiful song for which this form was created. No? Every form is created to sing a different song. You have to allow my Lord to sing this song through you also, no? Every one of us. Allowing only, letting go of the resistance only. understanding the resistance, of course, first.
The fear is that the better person that we've learned to be along the way, when it becomes undone, when it melts, that that we will go in the other direction. This is the fear.
I don't know what to say now. There is no need to choose, by the way, in truth. As long as we have to choose, we should dip little deeper. So if you feel like there's a choice to be made here, don't touch it. We are choicelessly the soul that we are, and the life is flowing choicelessly also. Actions are being taken care of choicelessly also. Our energies are not sleeping. The soul is sleeping in the energies, no? And that's why it is able to register to the life flow at an individual level in the form of you, in the form of me, no? And when this soul wakes up, it is stopped registering to that life flow, which is universal by nature. But it doesn't feel that I have a choice to do something or to stop doing something. That's why it is neither a doing nor a not doing. No? It is choiceless reality. No? Now, in this choiceless reality, what I can do, what I cannot, what you can do, what you cannot. No? Find out and use your power to the in the best way if you have any choices to be made.
Can I ask something? Very probably you answered it many times, but why does the resistance happen? Like, from where? What is the? Why does the resistance happen?
From the universal point of view, it is different. No? So, from the point of perspective of the soul, resistance is something that just happens. It's neither. It has no meaning really. It is not like what is this and why it happens. It just happens because life just is, and life is just flowing also. So within that, resistance happens. So that's not the problem. Resistance is not the problem. If I am resisting, if the soul is resisting, that is the problem. Because whatever you attach to, you lose your ability or your time or opportunity to live the truth of who you are. If you attach to the resistance, doesn't matter resistance for what. Resistance is always resistance either for being who you are, or it is resistance for the individual states or actions or activities, but within the will of the Supreme Being or within the wisdom. So it is used by the wisdom of the one being. No? Then that resistance is not bad. No? So there is one real resistance only, that is resistance to be who we are. No? That we need to take care of. Rest resistance is part of the flow. So that is where we should look deeply. That it's like I want to be myself and I don't want to be myself at the same time. What is this? That's where contemplation is helping also. That where looking together, living together, discussing, expressing through this conversation is helping. No? It's a alive inquiry, but not like cornered or something. More gentle and joyful. For me, conversation is like a blissful self-inquiry being done together, no? Or something like this. So it is as fiery as self-inquiry and as joyful as the bliss, no? Like this. Sweet as the bliss. No? So resistance is a report, like a quantity, like a quality. Who are you who is reporting a certain quality, quantity, intensity of the resistance? Are you certain that what you are reporting is true? This is my question. Do you have resistance or are you the resistance? Also, one more question. If you have resistance, don't worry about it. It is part of the flow of energies. It will be taken care of. Like by either by your sadhana and more importantly by your self-realization. But if you are the resistance, then look deeply. Why I am the resistance? Yeah, so we are good. Yeah. Try to not give time to yourself. If you try to give time to yourself, that okay, what is resistance? See right now. Why I'm not living truth of who I am? See right now, like this. Then very quickly you will be out of what we call ego. We think that ego is this false life is ego. There is no such thing as false life. Ego is that state where the true life is lived as false life, or in the way of projection. Through the projections, life is lived. That is the state of the being. Life is never false. What is lived is never false. The one who lives is not living it as what life is, what truth is, and because it is not living its own truth. So in the previous conversation, what if the whole idea of being a good person, a bad person, or the person as such is totally, absolutely false, and collectively the whole earth is living in a big dream? Would you like to continue in this dream, or would you like to wake up within this? This is the question. And doesn't matter whether you want to be a good person or bad person, or you continue being a good person. This is totally fine. No, it is at an individual level and can continue very nicely. No, but what about waking up to the reality? No, it's about that. I never really give advice to anyone ever that you should, not be a good person. Why you not? Good is nice. No, it's very good means not hurting so much, not being so selfish. It's good really. It's really good. It's more in line with our nature, where we feel one with everything. No, like we feel love, so it's good. No, but what about seeing the reality, waking up to the reality of it? What do you feel?
I don't know, at the moment there is just so much bliss so that I cannot really answer.
It's very good actually.
Yeah.
Very good. So please continue like this. This is going to this bliss that is being experienced is our own taste or being our own light. It just kind of expands in the beginning when it gets space. No? It's going to settle. And it's going to leave a lot of wisdom at the level of individual also. Like that individual level will become so wise in a way, so true, like much more truer seeing, wisdom will take place here at the individual level also now. Let us, drench ourselves, let us dance in this rain of bliss, because this is that taste of my beloved. This is the taste of the soul, soul, one soul. This is the taste of this one soul, in which there is a bliss, but not really a concern of me, you, I, you. that concern is not there, that thought is not there now, here, even for a second. Even for a second, it is worth really a spiritual sadhana of whole life, actually. It is, actually. And what to say of 1 second, 1 moment, every moment slowly. My job is to help you taste it. After that, it is yours. Whether you fall in love with it or not, whether you leave everything for it or not. Like this is an internal thing at every level. No? I did my job. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ojas, you sent this message, this question. Namaste Rajee, I am still confused between living without preference or in surrender and being clear in choices and living with determination. Thank you. They are not really two things. They just look two things to us. What is determination? No, clear choices. In the clear choices, what is the clear part of the choice? The clear part of the choice is also crystallization, determination of it. No, like the more of the being is clear about what it is clear about, the more of the being is doing what it is doing generally, and the more of the being, the less of the doer. No, the more of the being in the doing, the less of the doer. And this is what is surrender also. No, surrender simply means that the sense of doer is not there. Surrender is mainly done for the purpose of being free from the sense of doer, not from the doings. No. So ultimately, it's not really two things, but based on our state of energies, based on our way of looking in the moment, we can find one or the other to be more effective for us, either for the whole of the journey towards who we are or for the time being. So based on that, you can check. Don't think things like things are not many. There are not many things in this way. Because this many is basically the divided state, divided interest of the being that we see many things. Divided interest. Don't have that divided interest. Like go deeper than that divided interest. Be interested in truth, not in surrender or determination. No, see determination and surrender as a tool only. Yes. Surrender or determination are not really ultimate reality of who we are or ultimate state in which we are going to live. They are only a few steps that we want to walk in this method, like a path, like a tool. No? So, if you don't have any preference, like if you feel that I'm feeling lazy to have preferences today, let's say it's Sunday morning or something, you are free, and I kind of feel not having any preferences right now, not want to have any preference, like I don't want to choose really where to go or whether to go somewhere or not, then it is fine to enjoy the being without preferences, no? And we are living that same truth, that time when we will be living the truth, when we feel that there is a choice to be made and there is no option I have to not make a choice, then it is better to be more clear about what is the right choice to be made and to be more crystallized into what I am doing, that determination. And there you are going to taste the same being also. Let us care about joy. Let us care about crystallization. Let us care about taste of being, taste of truth, through whatever method it comes to us. And let us not be so divided in the sense that our methods are kind of nullifying or removing the effect of each other also. No. So if you feel that some time I feel without preferences, and most of the time focusing on the path of determination or clear choices, it is fine. No? Because the opposite is not really actually opposite, but the opposite should not be attended at the moment. Because we are using a method or a tool has to be focused. We have to focus on it. No? So that time, don't use the opposite so much. Little bit on Sundays is okay. No? To give it a break, to remove that heat, that fire which is too much sometimes. Or if you feel that this choiceless, preferenceless state of surrender is what appeals to me more, then let me tell you that it is not really so different from this one, from the clear choices. In this case, choices will still be made, preferences will still be lived, actions will still take place through you. Your energies of body mind will be still involved, thinking will still take place, confusions will still take place, and through that a process of trying to be clear about those confusions will still happen, but fundamentally you are not deciding where to go. But everything else will still continue. No? This is what it means to be preferenceless. Does not mean lazy. Preferenceless does not mean lazy at all. In fact, the moment you choose that I don't want to have preferences, you will be put on fire in a way. Like everything will be turned on in a way, like everything will be processed at a much higher magnitude. No? Like the hardship of life will increase so much more in some cases, or in general the hardship, of every level of body mind will increase so much more when you say I don't want to touch a preferences. Because life will flow much faster. The velocity of the flow of life will be much more now. No? So I'm just saying that in case it is not clear to you, they are not two things really. It's just about increasing your presence in this life, in this body. It is about increasing the velocity, the speed of the flow of life through you. No? It's just about one thing, not many things, many technique, many approach, whatever suits you, you can take. No? It's just about increasing life in you, no? Life flow in you, increasing the being of life in you, no? The presence of being of life in you. No? It's just about this one thing. No? What method works for you, you can go for it. Thank you, Rajee. Very nice. It's a good question. No?
I want to clear more about preferences and what I understood. Also, I want to first share. So, what I understood, what is whole day we do some work. It is coming day-to-day life or everything. But what I understood, we don't like the first thing. Whatever work is we just do without like doubt, like do or not do. If I'm doing, then doing. Not then that time if we have a like little bit, we should not do like that. If I'm doing, then doing. Then this doubt should be not come. It's good or bad, like just focus on the doing. I mean, and another thing, like when we are doing, then just connect as a being and just work is continue and don't forget I am being or I am witness to everything whatever I am doing. So
this part is not clear to me. Forget how?
And not like,
forget.
Not forget.
Not forget.
Always connect with
Always
your being.
yes.
So then there is a preference or no preference. There is a no matter that I understood.
It's good actually, it's good. Preference basically comes in picture when we have, you can say, less view. Like there is a less view. It may not be really so easily apparent to us in the beginning that our confusion is not connected to our intelligence so much. It is more connected to the limitedness of the view. We are actually, when we are confused, we are more intelligent that time. Because we are able to somehow see that I feel I am seeing all all of the aspect of this equation, and where I have to make a choice. But somehow, if I'm not able to come to a clear choice, it means I'm missing something. Basically, something is that the view is less. Like it is like this. It can be more like this and more like this. One day there is no limitation, just 360. So it is the region that we feel confused or having preferences. It looks like this. This is an indicator. When we are feeling too much connected to preferences or confusions about choices, it is mainly an indicator that we need to step back, like zoom out a little bit, so that we can see more. Because we are able to sense that something has to change in me, and we are just not clear what. And what you are doing now in this case is that I connect to my being. My being basically means the depth of my being, which has become accessible to me so far, and which has become I'm interested in that also now. Like I'm comfortable in sitting in that depth of my being that time. That position, isn't it? It's not universally same for everybody. It's different. So my position, which is most comfortable for me and true for me about who I am, I sit there, or I connect to that. Basically, not sit there, but I connect to that. And that is going to give us a intuitive guidance from inside based on from that position what we see. And the outer mind, which is practical mind, connected to the relative life, is going to translate it into actions about what to do, what not to do, what to miss, what not to, what to skip and what to include, isn't it? And that's the perfect way of doing things, really. You see what I mean? Like your mind, if not clear about how to make chai, for example, you can learn, but whether to make chai or not right now, how you will learn that, from where you will learn. That you can learn only at the place where you are feeling it, in you, like this. So now you are sitting in the deepest place of your being, and from where you are actually clear. And this clarity is amazing. It is not that you are not only clear about whether to make chai right now or not, but also there is no regret after that, after making the chai. As long as there is any regret, oh, I could have done better, then still there is less clarity at the level of being, from where we are seeing. Because it is the deepest place of our being which is actually interfering in the beginning when we start waking up that, oh, I could have done better, but we don't know how I could do better, because these 2 points of our view are not in sync with each other yet. In this case, you are saying that they are in sync now. Because I know I am the same being who is sitting in my being. I am the same being who is now in the individual level and doing action, taking action. Is this what you are saying? Just want to make sure that.
Yes, it is. And if you define more, like I did not give that much word. And one more thing I notice when I'm not connected with my being and I'm working, then I feel like something is not okay. Then I immediately no. That so I, it's like so much value or trust. Like that is I feel.
Oh yes, yes. It is not really different even in the ego state. In the ego state also, let's say we have too many guests in our house. That time we will not be our best. We will not be in our best state. We will be little bit shaken, overcrowded, or something like this. And then when they are not there, then you feel like I could connect to my usual self, even if it is the ego self. You see what I mean? But now that a deeper place of being has been discovered, then it feels like that is my actual place of being, like natural place of being in a way, regular, natural, and not connecting to that looks like something is not okay. It's so nice. It's very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Anna, you want to say something?
Thank you, Ji. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Just now when you were talking to Ojas, though I think Ojas isn't even here, so it's a mystery how a message came from Ojas. You were talking about this velocity, and also connected to what Uma was sharing in the beginning, and this topic of preferences. I had some feeling to share that when you said also that once you don't have preferences, everything kind of can go even wrong, and so that kind of is happening. And I always thought, oh, I don't have preferences, but now I'm really under the test about preferences. And the amazing thing is that the things which look negative, when it's one, you see the equal positive in the negative and the negative in the positive. It's almost like that yin and yang, where there's the seed of positive in the negative and there's the seed of negative in the positive. And then the whole thing about um, um, uh, there comes a pause, which is a pause sounds like a small thing, but I feel like it's such an expanded pause which is always there. So there is a helplessness, like what Uma was saying, that it came to at the end. But it's a sweet helplessness that, things I don't want to say, I'm saying. Things that I don't want to do, I'm doing. And there seems to be a helplessness. But again, when it becomes one, there is a gentle, the helplessness is more a gentle helplessness that this is the human experience and these things are going to arise. And that's when there is this expansive pause, which is big and long. But when you said velocity, I realize it's also so fast that it kind of, things settle into appropriateness. So that I don't feel like I'm 100% helpless. At the same time, I don't feel like I'm 100% in control. But this expansive pause, which is constant, there is a settling into appropriateness.
Yes. This pause basically is the test of our unmoving, unchanging aspect, which has the pure wisdom to which we connect through intuition. We intuitively feel that, am I doing in the right direction or not? Like this. So that this pause is that moment where you are kind of able to pierce through this flow, individual flow, into the universality of who you are, no? From where you get the guidance that everything is fine, no? Like this, or not also sometimes. Because individual sense of self actually is the servant. But it oftentimes, for quite long time, lives as if I am the owner, the master. And that's where things go in a way off balance, like, what you're calling not appropriate anymore. Like the disproportionate. This is where things become disproportionate, And as soon as the owner, the real master, kind of wakes up and shows its power, its light, this sense of individual self, which is actually the servant, becomes the servant again very easily and comes into proportionate. Like now it talks, use the word I still. It uses the word I still, but it does not have this feeling that I am the source of my own life. I am the source of my own being. I am source of everything. It speaks very appropriately now. Does things what need to be done, but also does not involve with something called what will be the ultimate outcome of this action or these sequence of actions. That is the job of the master, not of the servant. No? That's why many questions of the spiritual, in the spiritual context, being asked by the servant identity are not really going to take us so much anywhere, except when we start sensing who I am really. So when this servant identity called the false self ask the question who I am. It is the master also asking the question who I am. In one shot, two becomes clear about who they are and what is their relation. Like this. Thank you. I think it's good, no? I think it's Wout or something like this. There's a hand raised, no?
That's pronounced correctly. Thank you, Rajee. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Not sure. I'm gonna try to piece together the right words so I can express what I'm trying to bring. I'm lately discovering I'm doing a lot of therapy and I'm discovering some repeated things that keep happening, where I discover that I'm actually, a part of me is really afraid of the bliss and the love that I am. And so I'm constantly resisting and my life force cannot really flow. And also just in my daily life, I notice I'm quite lost with my path and my purpose and how to be in this world. But what am I gonna do? Where is God calling me? What is asked? How can I be of service? And there's also part of me that's quite exhausted of all the seeking. So I just thought I would share some of the things, put them on the table, and see if you can guide me from there and maybe, yeah, help me find that alignment or, yeah.
Yeah, sure. There are two things that I have seen so far in what you saw. One is that feeling exhausted, divided, confused, no, which you might have not noticed is like a goal, internal goal inside to set things in certain way or to bring them back to in a certain way, in the old way or something, in an old way of stability or like this, no? Which all is fine actually. But maybe you are missing something, no? That is you, no? That you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I wanted to reply first, and I think we missed each other. I would just like to add that I have this idea that I need to set my life straight, and then I try to figure it out how it goes. But yeah, sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine. I understand that. Actually, this is a very genuine feeling to set life straight, really, because it's such a mess when you start waking up. You know, it's such a mess, really. Like it looks like such a mess, no? Because certain ideas we have, certain perceptions we have, you know, certain preconceived ideas we have certain belief and investments in them, and then from others people we have heard this and that. Like it's so confusing, really. So to make it straight is the first thing that we should do, really. So I totally like it. Like trying to fix things, like we can continue taking care of health at every level, body and everything, treatment or you know, well-being of every level is fine. How to make life straight? Change the whole life, change everybody's opinion about ourselves, our opinion about everybody. Even if we don't, like, we know we cannot change the life. We know we cannot change everybody's opinion towards us also, or towards everything also. Even if we take the project of changing my opinion about everybody and everything, even that's going to take a long time. Not a bad thing, but going to take a long time. There is something much faster than that. Don't try to make your life straight, you make yourself straight first. and then see your life will start becoming straight. Like the being that we are, the soul that we are, has entered into sort of a weak state at the moment, where it is not able to be certain about what it is perceiving, whether it is true, whether it is the way I think it is, like its intelligence, its ability to perceive both, like intelligence being that power which processes what we perceive into a conclusion or a meaning that okay, this is the relation of it and so on. No? Both are in a weak state right now. We should come to the strong state of them first. And for that we need to connect to who we are. No? Who we are is the place where we have this intelligence to process the view of life, and we have the ability to perceive the view of life truly, both in the same place. No? Like the simplicity of seeing and simplicity of kind of evaluating in a way, or processing what we see. You know, that simplicity is necessary to make life straight in a way. Life in general is never going to become straight. It's very, very mysterious thing and too big to be straightened by a single human being. But our life can become amazingly beautiful. One thing I want to add here in the direction of making life straight is that either we continue trying to change things based on what we project on life, on the reality. And the complication, complication of life will never end here. Like life looks complicated. It will just continue multiplying, becoming more complicated. No, life is not complicated. Life is complex. Life is complex. Like it's so complex you cannot imagine. But it doesn't overwhelm anyone. Doesn't hurt. It's just so joyful to see it is so much joy, bliss to appreciate the complex life. But it is totally straight. You know. So it is the personal point of view that is making life not straight, which always is straight. No? What is straight life? Basically for me is what we call isness of life. It is straight already and always. But our point of view towards it is not straight. It is twisted, no? Twisted. Like, can I look at it like this, then how it looked like, what it means also, you know, and then from here. No, that's not the thing. So if you come in contact with the truth of who you are, and you see the truth of life as it is vast, it's like so complex that we cannot stop being excited about it ever, always, every day, more excited, more joyful, more happy to discover. But there is no problem or trouble about it. There is no complication here. It is not complicated at all. Complicated being like I'm stuck somewhere, there is a deadlock or something, there is a helplessness. No, there is no helplessness. That power which has created this complex reality is the same power which is appreciating and enjoying it. That's why asking the question who I am can end that one who is suffering. Because that one is not real, and nor is the suffering of this one. That's all I could say. Please say anything if you feel like talking.
So who am I?
Yeah, meaning are you asking yourself or asking me?
I'm asking both. And yeah.
I think you should be asking yourself, no? And telling me. Because
But what the kind of answer I can find is not one I can put in words, right? Or is it a tangible? I mean, like sometimes you have like some singers, you can tell, oh, this is really an authentic true self showing up on the world stage. They're just singing their heart out. They're really true selves here. And I wonder, as my understanding is who I am is just it's this, it's that. I cannot put it into words. It's the moment in a way, but then still there is this there is still a confusion somehow, because I have that understanding, but then how to, and maybe I think I can see it. The question I would ask, how to emerge that into the world, but then there would still be an I that thinks it needs to be doing that, and I think that's the I that is not the real I. So again, if it comes to, for myself, then I guess just surrendering to the moment, which would be equal to being who I am. Am I getting that?
Yes, yes. Actually, you are very close in one sense, or in the right direction in one sense. Just you are missing a little bit, I feel. No? The thing is that this reality that we are seeing, that I am this moment or I am everything, we are seeing it from the standpoint of the individual self. And that is what makes it overwhelming, like how can I handle it? No? You need to connect this seeing to the real seer that you are beyond it, at a place where it is joyful, it's very blissful, and not overwhelming, complex but not complicated anymore. Still it is vast. Still the view is more truer than before even. That I am the doer, I am the doing, I am the perceiver, and I am the perceiving, I am the perceived, and I am nothing at the same time, and innocent like a child, and everything like the vast universe, and nothing like emptiness. No. So you need to connect this same thing that you are seeing, which is called the individual standpoint, into the heart of your being, into the being that you are, where the bliss lives. What you are seeing, what troubles you, is made to rejoice, not to be troubled with. The one who is troubled is the false self, because it cannot handle the immensity of it. No, that's why it is troubled. Confusion simply means it is not able to handle this much. However, the same thing is a matter of joy for the being that you are. So non-duality is like a trouble, like a problem for the individual self. Whenever the individual self is able to catch a glimpse of it, or able to process it at the thought level also. But it is the joy, the highest joy of the being, of who we are. That's why I'm saying connect to yourself. And it all will just become straight by itself. Because it is straight by itself. So I think it's good for now. Thank you. There are 3 points of awakening also, where they happen to everyone actually. One is the mind, one is the heart, and one is the gut. These are the 3 levels where we wake up. And in my experience also, and based on what I have heard from other teachers also, generally our mind wakes up first, then our heart wakes up after that, and then only after that our gut level wakes up. Mind level is where we understand the reality, and we have a possibility to understand it. But we cannot live. Heart is the level from where we live the reality. Reality, just one thing, truth, reality of everything. No? Gut is the level where we become the reality, like we become one with the existence as it is. And trouble begins when mind is open and able to see the reality, but the heart is not open to live the beauty of the same reality. The juicy part of it, it has not become activated yet. No? That's where the trouble begins. And once the heart opens up, life is amazingly beautiful. There will be little bit of something left, like still there is more to it. You will feel very blissful, very joyful, and like complete. access to life in a way, or darshan of life. But still, as if there is something less. Something can be better than this. Like this, some people say in satsang also, they talk, no, I want to be one with the God. I want to be one with the reality. They are talking about actually this thing, that they are able to sense inside that there is more to it, and that is the gut level. So this I am is actually in the gut level, in the gut. This I am, actual I am is in the gut, not in the thoughts or the feeling. No? And this I am has two directions, out or in. So this I am, in this I am, I, when looking out at the heart, meaning feeling life, at the mind, meaning thinking life or visualizing life, then it is not experiencing its own truth. But when this I drops into itself, into its M-ness, this I am, when turns towards the M of the I am, then it is the dissolution of this I into the vastness of one being. That's what is the last part of awakening. Now there is no I am as a reality, ultimate reality. There is something beyond I am also now. I am is now a working thread. It's like a worker thread for that which is beyond. Like, so this is also something which probably can make it more clear to us, that where we have confusions also. So very nice, thank you. I think it's very good time to end this meeting, but somehow it's so nice that I feel that we can talk a little bit more. No, Mila.
Yes, I wanted to stop you. So, as if I'm first time here in this meeting and first time here in this exploration or question of who I am, I want to start since the beginning. Like, if for the first time I ask myself who I am, from where I have to start, I mean, where I have to go, what I have to search, what I have to scan, or what I have to find. Like, what is the starting point? Where is it? Where is this I am hiding?
Just for the record, I have done myself self-inquiry quite sufficiently, and I have helped people also doing self-inquiry, and I'm finding it a very difficult question actually. Like, wow, how to answer this now? But I think it has to be, my first response to this is that it should be alive. Try to understand the meaning of alive inquiry. Alive inquiry is where the process of inquiring into who we are, using the method question, let's say, of who I am or what I am, it remains alive. The one who is practicing it does not go and feel lost in the thoughts and feelings during this time. So this is what it means to keep it alive. Like gentle, sweet, but alive. No? So how to keep it alive? Like involving in the questioning of who I am again and again and again. But not like this. I want to make it very clear. Not like horizontal circle, but more a vertical circle. Horizontal circle is where we just keep scanning all our thoughts and feelings, that are they going to give me the answer of who I am? No. That's going to take a long time. And also it will become mental process of self-inquiry. No. Always asking the question who I am and returning to the questioner, like using the questioning who I am to use as a method, as a passage, so that our ability to question can turn towards the questioner. Like this, who I am, who is asking this question, that what is my true nature. Meaning, before I know the truth of who I am, who I am right now, like this. Before I start asking the question who I am right now, like this. Otherwise, it is going to become a monotonous fixed thing, like a fixed thing. Okay, we are doing self-inquiry, let's just do it. No, not like that. Then it will not be alive. Then it's going to take like years, months, weeks. No, self-inquiry is not about practicing it for a long time. It is practicing it immediately. So that's why always asking the question who I am right now. Okay. So you ask the question who I am right now. No answer came. No. Now,
As
yeah, go ahead.
I can answer so many answers, can like this body, this name, this person, this finger, this door, something like this. But
Good.
I'm not, it's not the question which can make me happy. So
Exactly.
it's not.
Exactly. So this is the outlook in a way. This is the checkpoint that if the answer does not make you happy, like supremely contented, then you have not reached to the answer yet. No. Then this is a
Yes.
superficial answer only. No. Because the answer of this question not only gives us contentment, fulfillment that I am clear about who I am now, but also it fills our heart with joy, with bliss. No. Because knowing who we are is also living who we are. Living who we are is also being who we are in such a way that not only we are being who we are also experiencing being who we are. No? This experiencing being who we are is what is bliss part of it. No? Like our sensitivity, which experiences everything, is experiencing our truth now. And that is where it tastes the bliss. No? So yes, you are right. So can I continue again? What I was saying was that you
Yes,
asked the
please.
question that who I am. No answer came. And then you said, no, I can answer many things. So try to answer what is true for you. Don't answer what is not true for you. Like if you feel that I can say I am body, but it will not be true, then don't answer like this. No, that will not make sense because we are not playing with ourselves. We are actually very genuinely involving in something which is going to bring freedom into who we are from the false self that we are caught up in or identified with. No? So no, what is the truest answer of this question who I am for me right now? Don't answer for others, answer for yourself. We have been answering for others only. Whenever we are asked who I am, we answer to the other, like who I am to the other. No, who I am to myself. So answer to me right now, and I think it will become clear. No? So up to this point, I think is it clear? Or if not, please come back and tell me something else.
Yes, it is clear.
So who I am to myself, and not touching those things which I have shared, no, like this, because those are the things which are going to keep us in the mind, in the thinking about who we are. We don't need to think about who we are. Actually, we don't need to even feel who we are. The one who is feeling who I am is the one who has to turn towards itself and realize that, hey, I am actually feeling that I am. No, this one has to catch itself. Like we have to catch ourselves, not think or feel. No, this catching is called waking up. No? You catch yourself red-handed. Like, oh my God.
So if I have to answer this question now, who I am, and I want to be true with you, I don't want to lie or pretend. I would say, to be honest, I don't know. Like this is for sure. This 100% I can say I don't know. But also what I can say, like, because I don't know, what does it mean? I'm nobody, I'm nothing, I'm not exist or what? I would say that I don't know, but something is here. That would be my true answer now.
Something is here means something separate from you or you as something.
Me as something.
Yes. So that's fine. I want to just share a little bit here is that when we come to the truth of who we are, we cannot really declare immediately that I know who I am now and I know everything now. No, it is not like this really. It is as if like a flower opening up. It is as if, very beautifully Guruji said, as if the dimmer of the light is increasing slowly. Like this. So what happens is that as soon as we come in touch with the reality, truth of who we are, this is what amounts to waking up from the dream of projections and beliefs in them. No? Then everything will be known as it actually is, and which kind of takes time in the sense that our body and particularly our mind, who is adjusted to the dream in which we have been living, dream of projection and believe in it, it kind of has to recalibrate itself or readjust itself in a way, rewire itself into the reality now which is being seen. And then it will again start making sense. Then dots will connect again. And then you will know the meaning of everything in a way. If there's any, no. Like it will make sense now more again, no. This is the point. But whenever you are in touch with the truth of who you are, like you are right now, is it also not true that you know what is not true? You know that what other part of myself, what knowledge that I have inside me that I don't want to involve with or don't want to see through it. Is it not true?
Yes, that's what I wanted to share with you, that I can say many things which I'm not. Like I can, we could spend 30 minutes for this and I will say what I'm not. But somehow I don't satisfy with this answer that I don't know who I am, because when I feel, I don't know how to say, when I being or live in this myself, it's much more beautiful than I say I don't know.
This is not clear to me really. That it is beautiful, much more beautiful to live who I am than to say I don't know. This is not clear to me. Meaning, when you say I don't know myself, is there some kind of unhappiness, some kind of dissatisfaction, or like a incompletion felt here?
Yes, like I'm not telling you the all truth when I say I don't know myself. That kind of feeling.
Yeah. But can it be also the limitation of our word, our capacity of speaking? Can it be like this? Not that you have a limitation in the knowing of who you are, but just a limitation in expressing. Can it be like this?
Yes, most probably it is.
That's
Because of
okay.
it.
There is no one who has not felt like this ever, whoever have known the truth. There is no one who says that the amount of truth or the clarity of truth that I am knowing about myself, I am able to say exactly same. No? No one has felt like this ever. No? That's totally fine. This is one of the driving force for those who start speaking about truth, that they continuously feel that they can speak better than the previous conversation, previous session. No? It's totally fine. No?
Yeah, then I'm fully satisfied with my question and with my answer. Thank you.
And who is there to whom you will express this truth, separate from you? So, I think this settles it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It is actually how you asked this question innocently. This question has to be asked innocently. Our mind is dualistic, no? It knows how to define I and you, how to define the boundaries. how to demand the roles and responsibilities, no? But it doesn't know how to know the truth of who we are, no? So mind cannot be used. Innocence, wisdom. Innocence is the wisdom of the being, no? Purity of the being. Like when you innocently ask this question, who I am, you don't feel troubled by the question. Mostly people in the beginning, they feel troubled by the question, who I am. Like, it's such a trouble, such a struggle, I don't want to do it. Initially we may feel like this, but just because we are doing it in the mind, and it is doing its job. Being troubled is part of waking up. If you are not troubled by the self-inquiry, you are not waking up. No? It cannot be sweet. Self-inquiry can never be sweet. It is only pure fire. No? But when you are asking this question innocently, who I am, answers don't come really. Not that answers are not there. No, answers are there, but not taken as answers anymore. Not that mind has stopped working in no mind state or innocent, like some kind of void or something. No, everything is totally here. It's just not acceptable to you that no, this is not the answer. And this is showing you who you are already, is it not? Like it is showing you just that you are not that which can be answered in words, no? So self-inquiry always works, always works. We just have to do it. Just one single thing, do it. No? And do it in the right way. Like a live self-inquiry, not a dead self-inquiry. Mostly our self-inquiry is horizontal. It has to be vertical. Like approaching into the depth of the questioner is the method, is the purpose of the self-inquiry. Not accessing more questions, more thoughts of the same level of the questioner. No? Not like this. No? Like this. So I think it's all very good. Thank you. It's very beautiful to actually live that truth like this. No? Thank you. Madhvi, you want to say something?
Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes. Namaste.
Thank you. First of all, I appreciate this satsang very much. It's so beautiful and very helpful for me also. Because recently I noticed something and I just thought I'll put that in front of you today. Actually, I feel like there is this horizontal dimension of life where I'm moving ahead, aging, living this life, meeting people. And there is also this vertical dimension of life where you were just talking about it, and I could connect it with it so strongly that at the mind level, at the heart level, and at the gut level. So I am moving horizontally in this earth, living happily, sad, laughing, crying, everything, all emotions, everything. It's life for me. And at the same time, I am also living this vertical life, getting clarity at the mind level, going deeper into my heart level. And at that I felt I'm living this, and maybe that is what is the present moment, that in that present moment I'm living all those three dimensions where I am getting clarity, opening my heart, and that gut feeling little bit is touched, not fully, but little bit is touched. And recently something happened in my life and I could feel me moving from the circle of ego to the present, to my pure self. And that was very alarming for me, that how I easily slipped into this circle of ego and just forgot my own self. Otherwise, I am there, but something happened and I was like, okay, like I have to be, like, where am I? What am I doing? What am I talking? And I just came back to the present self, to this vertical dimension. And it was very alarming for me. So I just thought to put this in front of you so that I can get some help, some guidance, because I don't know whether it will end, whether it will happen in future, when it will happen. But luckily I was alarmed, so I came back to the present self. But I'm afraid I don't want to go very far in that ego state, because I could see myself moving also. I felt my movement moving. I felt that. And right now also, while talking to you, my hands are cold because I felt I still can feel myself with you talking, as well as noticing everything that I'm talking. So can you just say something on that?
Yeah. Let us use this word, rooting ourselves into the truth of who we are. No? Rooting or remaining rooted in the truth of who we are. No? This is basically what you are saying, this vertical dimension. No? You used one word, I don't know intentionally or unintentionally, present self. You know, you said present self. Can you say what do you mean by that present self? Because it's a very potent word for me.
This present self is me. I feel it is me living as the self, as the like where I can see myself, the point from where I can see myself also, like where I am going, where I am moving, what I am talking right now also. It is that part I call as the present self.
How? So that present self basically is, you can say, we can use two pointers for it, present and self. Self being who we are, present being the reality in this moment. No? So when the reality in this moment and the self that you are is kind of one, not lost in the horizontal plane of different levels of consciousness, that is what it means to be rooted in the truth of who we are. No? Then that's from where what you are saying happens, that you are able to somehow see yourself, feel yourself in a way, but able to perceive or become aware of yourself. No? You are aware of yourself being here also. No? So all these are the virtues, you can say, the rewards of being in the present and being who you are. You know, because being in the present and being who you are possible together only, not one at a time. You cannot be present and not yourself, not your true self. Or you cannot be yourself but not present. You know, it's not possible. So what happens is really, this vertical is what is lived by the same one who can be in the middle. No, you can be in the middle of the two interrelated opposite extremes of the thoughts, let's say, or the feelings, or the body level sensations. No, but you choose to live in the present, or you choose to live in the middle. Both same thing. When we choose to live in the middle of two different type of thoughts, thought streams, thought directions, feeling directions, or sensations, we choose to live in the middle is what is we choose to live in the present or in the vertical. No? Or we choose to live as who we are also. No? But the thing is, based on my conversation with you also, I noticed that the thing is that there is no fun here. Just remaining in the present, there is no fun. No. And in one sense it is true, because there is no movement here. No. Meaning you are not moving, you are just witnessing the movement. You are witnessing the rides happening. You are not riding on them anymore. You know what I mean? What is the fun? So if you want to have fun, then this is what is this two-headed arrow. You know, like an arrow, two-headed arrow. One arrow going into the vertical, into who you are. In the middle, like part of you, aspect of you remains, like half of, let's say, your consciousness or awareness remains in the middle of the opposite, and half of yourself allowed to ride the ride of this moment, this wave of this moment. No, you see what I mean? So that's what I could say. Please say anything else.
Yes, I understand what you say, but it is very difficult because either whole of me is out or either whole of me is in. And when I am inside, then it is very difficult to live outside in the horizontal plane of life. And when I'm outside, I am caught up. And then again, I have to remind myself that no, I have to come back to the real self, the present self.
I
So,
feel one thing can help here. That is being self-aware when experiencing. No? Like basically, what is self-awareness in simplicity is not really all those things which we have heard about self-realization, awakening, enlightenment. It is actually something else. No? So what is the self-awareness here when, let's say, experiencing in the vertical, that you are able to sense there that actually this is not the best way of experiencing. I am being too much in a hurry when experiencing. I need to slow down a little bit to enjoy the depth of experiencing. No? As soon as you become more self-aware when lost in the vertical, in the horizontal expansion of life, you start becoming a better experiencer. Like initially we are the tourist in this life. Then we start becoming someone who is on a holiday, on a vacation. Not holiday anymore, but more vacation, like leisurely in a relaxed manner, while enjoying ourselves also. No? While enjoying anything else. So self-awareness takes care of it really. And the same self-awareness when you sit in the vertical dimension and do not, mm, you know, do anything else with the vertical dimension. There, self-awareness helps you in not getting caught up in the different states, which will be seen as our true state. No? Also, like, oh yeah, this is my true state. And then your self-awareness will guide you that no, not quite that actually. Still there is something, like, in Hindi we say sahaj. Sahaj nahi hai. There is something still not natural. You know, your self-awareness will guide you that there is something still not natural. I'm not in my sahaj samadhi, sahaj avastha. I'm not in my natural state still. So this self-awareness takes care of this also. It's a very powerful thing. We are just misunderstanding it or looking at it as if something too big. In a wrong sense. No? So care about self-awareness, Madhvi, and it will take care of it.
yes, yes. This sounds more feasible, like
It is.
feasible. Like I can correlate to this. But other things are more of fantasies where I have to think that what this is or or how this can be possible. But
Yes,
this
yes.
is, yes, thank you. Thank you.
It is not difficult really. It is just that do you want to be lost in what you are experiencing or you want to kind of slow down a little bit and more stable experiencer. It's just about that. Being self-aware is also same thing, or being a stable experiencer is also same thing really. The more stable experiencer we are, this is what is more conscious experiencer we are. More conscious experiencer we are. Conscious experiencer is nothing but self-aware experiencer. No? Like self-awareness cannot be escaped if we become little stable when experiencing anything. Or we become little conscious more than we are. No? Little more conscious, little more stable. We cannot escape self-awareness. Like the light of the same being falling onto itself. This is what is self-awareness. No, self is illuminated by its own awareness, which goes out. Now it's just falling onto itself. No, this is the thing. Like you will not be able to avoid sensing your presence when you are present with beautiful trees and mountains and rivers and like you are able to sense somehow yourself that time. It's a very simple and existential feature.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
It's very good. So I think very, very beautiful conversations today. I'm looking forward to have more such conversations in the direction of truth and discovering the truth of who we are. Thank you for joining today.